Well, howdy motherfuckers. This ought to look a little familiar to you if you've been on Kurogabe's channel over the last 6 months or so. She and I were having so much fun with this game here that I thought I'd bring it over to my channel, and with my friend Set262 here,
Howdy, folks.
we gonna experience it through an entirely less experienced quadra set of eyes. First things first, prohibition. Also, nobody likes eating. Nobody likes eating at all.
I respectfully beg to differ. If anything, I like it a little too much.
Well, this, my friend, is just the beginning. Here we go. So,
Oh my god, I love this. This is incredible. Crazy.
so they let you screw around just to start out.
In this entire game, gonna end up being a screwing around.
Hold on, let me drop my volume a tad here.
I haven't even seen the main game, and I'm already curious as to what DLC there possibly could be for this.
There's an extension storyline.
Ah, of course.
So, who do we want to play as? As soon as we see somebody who's interesting to you, that's who we'll go with.
Alright, let's get the rotation going.
So we got Crane Walker, Gene Duty, Dan Bowie, Wyatt Bowie,
There's never Wyatt.
Wyatt Connor, Lucas Barth, Earl Oakley, Herb Garner, Johnny Cogburn, Wyatt Bassett, Red Madsen, Festus Thompson.
That's it, we're right there.
Festus.
Festus.
Oh, Festus Thompson?
Festus Walker is fine.
Festus Walker. Let's go.
We're just the western branch of the Addams family. Oh, we are a cow puncher.
I had the strangest dream. I was choosing a character class. Cowpunchers solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them at a disagreeable feller in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable feller in a slightly less reputable saloon. You've heard the cowpunchers are in demand out west since the cows come home, which stands to reason. Cows aren't going to punch themselves after all.
Ooh, I like this.
You like this?
Listen, one of my favorite characters in Borderlands, literally his tagline is, I punch them.
Then this is what we're gonna do. So, here's where it begins. So you get near objects, they'll give you descriptions, and every once in a while they'll give you the ability to interact with them. So, here's our character sheet. There's our class. Stomach allows us to eat, liver allows us to drink, spleen allows us to tolerate potions. And that'll become important when we have items later.
I'm sure.
Max HP, speed factor. Obviously, if we're faster, if we got higher speed, we go first. Coin flip, if it's equal speed. Because we're a cowpuncher, our melee attacks are stronger.
That works.
Now, here are your three main stats: muscle, mysticality, moxie. Our operative stat is muscle as a cowpuncher. The bean slingers are mysticality, and the snake oilers are moxie.
I would assume that's like charisma.
And then you've got grit, gumption, glamour. Grit deals primarily with stomach and defense. Gumption deals with action points, which are special moves, and spleen capacity for potions. And meat is money, so glamour is important for that, item finding, and the ability to drink. The miscellaneous...
I feel drinking is going to be important.
The miscellaneous skills we start out with as a cowpuncher is higher melee damage.
I mean...
And we have intimidation power.
I would hope so. We punch cows.
The combat skills we have are beef up, which gives us the ability to boost our muscle by using one in battle. And first aid, which allows us to heal.
Alright.
That's where we begin. Perks I will explain when we have one to use. Inventory, which is obviously quite empty at this stage of the game.
Your stuff in your gear.
Yep.
This game gets better with everything you show me.
It is a wonderful game. What do we got for options? There's a colorblind mode you can toggle.
Nice.
Totally useful, right?
In this game, yes.
Save inventory options, yes please. Best font mode. No.
Yeah, no.
Nerd mode. This one's fun. Metagame information, special messages in combat. That's worth it to me.
Yeah, I mean, also we're nerds.
I do like having a combat grid. It's also good to help show the newbies how things work around here.
That'd be me.
Combat sound, absolutely. Speeds we'll deal with if necessary later. Music, sound effects. And again, meat is money. So let's see what we got around here. You can use the mouse to maneuver or the WASD keys. Gil Jones and the Spooky Warehouse.
Alright, early Stephen King.
Vernon Swift and the Mystery of Rattlesnake City. Connie Hardy and the Mystery of Witch Prison. The Secret of the Dark Basement. Trouble at the Terrible City. Connie Bobsey and the Dark Graveyard. Look enough and you'll get something that you can actually use.
Walking Stupid?
Walking Stupid. So, unlock Stupid Walking as an option. This has been a constant source of joy throughout my run with Kuro. And this will also allow me to explain perks. Yeah, so when you read a book, something stupid happens where you can no longer use it again.
So you read it and automatically roll that one.
Pretty much. Yeah, in this case, you accidentally drop the book and then ruin it by stepping on it 30 times while you're trying to pick it up. I don't see how stepping on a book 30 times will make it any less readable, but oh the fuck K.
Well, maybe you just have really dirty boots.
Maybe. Some of them aren't really walks. Well, you have no idea. Now, before I turn it on, let's give you the context.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing.
Now, if we have it off, this is what it looks like to walk normally. There's all the context you're getting. Gumby!
Oh, that brings me back.
See if we got any more. Secret of the Eerie Gulch, Trouble at Eagle City, The Occurrence at the Forbidden Mine, Miracle at Monster Cellar, Occurrence at Vampire Cabin, blah, 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 blah.
What even?
This is just the tip of the iceberg, friend.
You just started hand walking.
Hey, Russell. How you doing?
Carl.
Come in. Oh, thanks. Yeah, and feel free to have fun with this, too.
I don't think it's possible not to have fun with this looking at it.
I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
Ow, ow, ow.
You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand.
We're friends, but I'm not cooing at you.
Alright, here's our first major choice of the game. Basically, we're going away and we're going for a long time to make a living out west. Do we release the bird?
Yeah, we released the bird.
Maybe it's time for you to leave too. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you one last time and flies away to the west. It's time to hit the trail.
Maybe I'll leave it there.
Goodbye, phonograph.
I'm never gonna get tired of this walking at all.
You pull the needle away from the cylinder and stow the handle away. Goodbye, desk. So, there are actions that gain you XP, and XP is how you boost your stats. Not entirely different from most RPGs you've played.
I'm assuming the tasks are just going to be endlessly amusing.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
This is going to be one hell of a party.
God, I love this.
Nothing on the hat rack today. What a mess. Heyo.
Okay, Tumbleweed.
This hearth really puts the hearth and home. You're gonna miss Mom's cooking. You'll miss meals with the family. It's
Who
Mom's
doesn't?
pie safe.
That's a little less so.
It's Mom's pie safe. It keeps all her pies safe. No shit, Sherlock. There'll be plenty
What
of
else
that.
would
Little brother's room.
No, it's enough Xboxes for my brother's room.
You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. On the application to dynamics of a general mathematical period previously applied to optics. None of it makes a lick of sense to me.
I'm just bad at math, that's why.
Über die Ozell, der Primzahlen unter einer Gegenbenen grosse.
Nice.
What a weird kid. Disquisitiones arithmeticae.
Hey, I knew that one.
Essentially, this boy's a nerd. Always check out the toy box, am I right?
Always.
A puzzle cube.
That's not good for punching cows.
Your brother had it already most of the way solved, but you figure out the last couple moves. You've already solved it, and if you mess it up again, it'll be messed up forever.
Oh well.
So I may need the occasional assistance from you. Namely, in the way of assistive research.
Can do.
Gonna send you a thing. I want this page. And here it comes. Using that page.
Page is up.
Using that page, can you research the puzzle cube for me and tell me if it gives me more than that 1 point of XP?
You can sell it for 3 meat.
All right. Now, mainly what I'm going to need out of that research is to make sure I don't sell nothing that somebody else might use for a bigger plot device.
Doesn't seem to have any other usage.
Excellent. I shall give you what I need the research on upon the time that I need it, and much appreciated, my friend. Weird
I can be your research nerd.
Yeah. Well.
And I can emphasize this enough. How?
Oi, splinters in the ass.
I don't know if that's better or worse than ringworm.
I know a way to find out, but I ain't gonna do it. Well, here we are on the homestead.
And we are getting the fuck out.
No time to screw around in the woods.
Come on.
Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Ma.
Riddance.
Ta. A present? All right. Here's our choice. Do we want to gain the skill of picking locks, surviving the desert, or bartering?
That is tough. I don't know if I want to do desert survival or bartering, because we're probably not going to be that smart. We might need things. And I don't know how much this game takes place in the desert, so...
Totally up to you.
Let's go with bartering.
Bartering? What about bartering? Oh, boy.
Mind your meat.
You sure you gave us the right book, Mama?
Seems a bit personal for a book from Mama.
Well, let's check it out. This book is a guide to making the most of your meat by getting the best possible deal on every single thing you buy. And, appropriately enough, it gives you the dickerin'.
Sounds right.
You read the book from cover to cover and learn, among other things, that its cover price is way too high. After you're done reading it, you use your newfound skills to pawn it off on a wide-eyed rube for 60 meat. Well, that's useful.
Yeah.
So we got us our first taste of cash.
Taste of cash.
Fantastic. All right. I just wanted one more hug before I leave.
Fine. Nerd.
Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. What do we say? What do we say to him?
We're leaving home. We're not coming back. Take his hat.
Do we say one or two?
I'd say one.
That hat doesn't fit you, Dad.
All right, then I guess it's time to leave.
Oh.
Wow, Grandma was apparently not someone to fuck with.
No. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, I did. Goodbye, Dad.
Take your paw.
So, here is a static stock item within the game. Dig through a haystack, what do you expect to find?
Normally I would say a needle.
Damn Skippy.
Because hay is too obvious.
Them needles is used for lockpicking. Although I don't know whether we actually need the skill to do it. We'll need it for tougher locks later in the game. Surely that book will show up somewhere else in the future, so...
Most likely.
'Tis what 'tis. And there's our dickerin' skill. So we get us our discounts when we go to stores. That'll save us money in the long run.
I wonder if it works at the saloon full of just ladies.
And now's the opportunity to explain gear. So there are categories. Hat, lapel, pistol, Melee weapon, offhand, ring, pants, boots. Each of these does something to your stats, and damage increases with this particular one. So that's the melee. We're already stronger because we're doing the cow punching. And care for a nice swim?
Yeah, why not? Them desert waves are dangerous.
Your brother Rufus is standing here looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous.
Nerd.
You hand him his puzzle and he starts fucking with it. He's got a point, you know. Why are you heading west anyway?
Get off the stupid farm. Brother, I specifically am here to punch cows. Alright, you little shit.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, boy.
With Granny's brass knuckles.
Yeah.
You broke my arm!
Well, seemed to me we've done about all we can here.
We best get to moseying.
Aye. Off we go.
That might be my favorite one.
Go west, young man.
Let's go. You gentlemen have done us all a great service.
Dialect coach.
His name is Rex.
Stunt coordinator.
His dicker is still good.
By the way, none of this is voiced.
That's what I was wondering.
So I don't know what the hell you need a grip and a boom operator for.
Listen, it was someone's relative who wanted to be part of the project but couldn't contribute anything.
Well, we got fucked off here. Well, bad news is that you fell off that cart and got knocked out for a couple hours. Now you got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. Good news is that you're in a town rather than in a gulch somewhere. Not much of a town, though. So, Boring Springs. This is the only other place in the game where you, at least to my knowledge, do not get to come back later in the game. Anywhere else from Dirtwater onward, and you do.
Seems fair. You know, the irony of this is I actually have some prickly pear cactus candy with you tonight.
Good news is you don't lose HP outside of battle, so this is doing absolutely nothing.
That's not true. It is definitely amusing us.
How about these turnip?
What I'm so for.
A turnip covered in grit. So, now I can explain items as they compare against stomach, liver, and spleen. So like I said, stomach is food, liver is alcohol, spleen is potion. The dusty turnip obviously constitutes stomach. So we eat this and we get our stomach point filled up.
Pretty straightforward.
And the only way to empty out again is to get yourself killed to the tune of waking up the next day, or to voluntarily go to sleep to the next day. So you do that if you want to pass time, or if you want to get stronger items into your system, or tactical things like that. But since this is only base explanation, let's eat the turnip. Now you understand why people don't tend to eat raw turnips. And some items give you effects. So on top of the fact that our muscle, mysticality, and moxie are all up by 1. So yeah, there's your base and your current. And let's see. Ah, there we go. There's our perks. Turnip fueled. You've eaten a nutritious turnip and you're ready to take on the whole world.
Or at least those cows who came home.
It's a chunk of wood from the broken hitching post.
That's good for whacking people with.
Indeed.
Not
Unfortunately.
good on brass knuckles.
Yep. Which means, in my world, that constitutes money the next time we get to marketing.
We play the same way.
Yep. So yeah, you drag and drop in order to interchange.
That makes sense.
So yeah, we'll sell that for. Actually, you know what? Research broken board. See if there's literally any fucking use for it. Oh shit.
Does not seem like. Oh! Really stepped in it now.
Yeah.
I'm the drunk guy.
Hey, I'm moseying here.
Oh, Junko, give me your hat. Also, looks like the broken board is just a weapon.
Well, we'll be doing something with that later then.
Yeah, getting 30 meat.
Hey, checking out the BS horsery. Gone drinking, huh?
Well, now he's moseying, possibly.
Well, obviously the bar is the plot place to go. But let's check out all the other shit first, eh? Not allowed in Topeka, Kansas anymore.
This is why we can't go back.
You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, Cactus Man.
What are yourself? His name is Bill. Cactus Bill.
What happened to you, Bill?
Well, me on the part that I drank too much cactus fuel turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen.
And that's why they call you Cactus Bill?
Oh, it's just coincidence.
Ah, does it hurt?
What hurt?
Being a cactus?
No, it's actually kind of not. The natural fermentation processes inside the cactus part of me keep me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a bit boring.
Yeah, I bet.
Wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you?
Nah, sorry. Come in.
Dang, nabbit.
I believe there's a latch on it right on the inside. Yeah, you should be able to pull it enough to get it. Yeah, up there you go. Yep. Yep. That's no worries. Sorry. Nah, sorry.
Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind.
Will do, Bill. Right, so now this is the kind of thing I'm going to take notes of. So, Cactus Bill. News.
Seems like a nice guy.
Sure seems alright. Alright, so. So, have you had the semi-misfortune of watching Star Trek 2009?
I have not.
Okay, well, the partner we chose for Kuro's adventure was Doc Alice right here, and the voice I assigned her was Dr. McCoy from from that film.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh. How's about this trading post?
Step right up, step right up. Braid's the name and trades the game.
You seriously doubt that his name is Braid? Howdy, Braid. What are you trading?
Well, sir, tonight I'm looking for locks. And locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And the cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnakes hides, but for that adventurous soul I will trade a fine silver pocket watch.
There's only one good choice here.
Yeah, really?
Thanks to our newly acquired dickering skill. How about some free dynamite?
Sir, I must admit that you drive a hard bargain, but I find your terms acceptable.
So we got the dynamite. If we want to get more dynamite, we can trade off the needle we've got. What say?
I would hold on to the needle for now. I might need to pick a lock.
Absolutely agreed. Alright, so nothing new at the moment.
What's the sheriff stuff do?
Well, let's find out.
Hi, partner. Welcome to Boiling Springs. I'm the sheriff in these spots.
The what?
The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Hey, you wouldn't have to be looking for work, would you?
How snarky do we want to be?
Option 2.
Depends on the work.
Well, how does this grab? There is a gang of hoodlums out here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted out and took my cell door with them. It ain't much good out the door.
Yeah? And?
And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch you back for me.
Again, determination of snark. What do?
We're number 1.
Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all.
Well, I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble.
He takes a pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. Deputy? You deputized a gun?
Oh, so this is America, so yeah. You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you.
Alright. Got it. I'll be back with the door. So. Bimmy Fricker for face thieving. Nice reward, too.
Yeah.
Blaze it. Apply in person at the Yuma Marshal's office.
Now here's the question. Is it Berenstein or Bernstein?
It's Bernstein, partner.
I don't know. With the right twang, it could be Berenstein.
Is he a bear?
Don't not see a bear technically either.
Also, there's some important attention to detail that'll serve you well here. For one thing, a dirty mug. Take it.
Hey, you can always clean it and drink.
So, here's a combat item. You can use it in combat or out. It's got an engine light and an end that blows up.
I like when people follow the KISS principle.
Keep it simple, shithead.
That's the more fun version.
Property of Boring Springs Saloon. Reward if returned. So let's take a look at that there. Here's a look at that there deputy pistol. Does the same damage as our melee weapon at the moment, except for the fact that we are a melee-based class, which means inherently we'll want to do that, or if it's undesirable, then we go secondary with that gun. Strategy, you see, am I right?
Usually.
So the only place we ain't checked out here yet is a neighborhood bar.
Hey, where's your hat, dang nabbit?
As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention.
Can't drink in here without a hat. Take proper.
He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. A sturdy-looking Stetson. Looks like something we'd wear.
Totally.
So we got us a 4-gallon hat, and we put it on. Thanks.
Hey.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. Gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy nod.
Say, fella.
Yeah?
Heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along with you. Just let me know.
Well,
Pressure.
alright, I'll keep it in mind. So now that we're here, let's go around the horn a bit, shall we? What do you say, Pete?
Oh, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, dirt machines. Can't trust them no more than a blasted horse thief.
Uh-huh. See you later, Pete. Look at his eyes. Jesus. Well, these two are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. What do?
Let's play.
They look at you nervously. Hey, look, I have some meat. Let's play. So, you put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles his cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of tens plus a 2, a 3, and a king. What's our
moxie is boosted?
So we got a choice. We can bet light, we can bet moderate. We ain't moxie enough to bet crazy.
I think we can bet moderate.
Okay. They look at each other nervously, but they both call your bet.
Well, I wonder if we can intimidate them.
You show your pair of tens and king 3 too. Guy on the left has a full house, jacks over aces over jacks, and the gal on the right somehow got a straight flush, 6 through 2 hearts.
Jesus.
How's about intimidation? Yeah.
Yeah.
You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points, on the gal right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. And the king means either they have to pay you in human teeth or an extra 10 meat each. They gasp and push more meat across the table at you. You collect your winnings and stand up. They thank you for helping them learn the game.
I love a sucker.
They don't have enough meat left to bother with. Looks like they're playing for spiders now.
Ass.
So the 4-gallon hat. Hats give us stat boosts. In this case, more muscle. Fucker ain't gonna wake up. Let's go the other way because I'm saving that beauty right there for just a little later. You already have a hat. What would you do with 2?
Hopefully get up to a 10-gallon.
Yeah, should probably leave him be. Woman glares at you. You should probably just let her drink.
Agreed.
Howdy, I'm Festus.
Howdy, Festus. I'm Horace.
Nice to meet you. What you do?
I'm the town hustler.
What say?
How's that working out for you?
How's that working out for you?
Oh, those horses are just flying out the door.
So business is booming? Nice.
No, I mean, the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages.
Ah, is that why you're drinking here instead?
Yep. And me being here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things.
Well, I'm in need of a horse. You got any left?
Well, kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come and see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you.
Okay. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back wall reading, "Reward for lost mugs, 25 made each." And that's why we collect the mugs around here.
Makes sense. Howdy, cowboy.
Bartender finally notices you. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Festus.
Brings you to our little backwater.
The usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts?
Fortunately, Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater.
So this is one of those situations where we can get ourselves some informational. So something like this, we're just going to shoot right on down the line, find out all we can.
That's how I would go.
The railroad?
Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. Back east. Trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so.
And they're hiring?
Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that.
What about Dirtwater?
Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damn cows. Lots of opportunity there.
Remember the phrase, damned cows. That's going to be important. She pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought.
Yep, if I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself.
You mentioned errands?
Yeah, this forsaken bird is always falling apart in one way or another. Oscar's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him.
Anything else?
Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoking from the Gulf that didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere.
What do you think? Take this?
Yeah.
I can probably handle a goblin.
Much obliged. I'll lock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this.
I'll take care of it. So that door right there is the basement door. Alright, so we go back up to him. Yeah.
Good to see you again, Festus.
I found this mug.
Much obliged.
There's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug.
That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. A real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her.
Why's that?
Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it.
Ouch. Alright. Just thought I'd say howdy.
Well then, mission accomplished, I reckon.
Okay. So, this is my favorite part of the entire game, personally, because of what this becomes.
Oh boy.
Actually, I'm going to do a quick little thing here and see if I could possibly get Kuro to watch this one little bit.
Alright, go for it.
Alright. To kill time while we're waiting. Yeah. To kill time while we're waiting, let's head for that basement.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, looky here.
How useful.
Boring Springs Gazette, April 20th, 1895.
I'm not.
So that 6 weeks ago, huh? So we's talking roughly early June here?
Yeah, sounds right. I'm terrible at math, but we'll go with it. Oh, hey, ugly.
A crate of Nurse brand whiskey. Good for what ails you. Well, I guess we never established your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here can reach the top of the bar.
It's a pretty good standard.
Indeed. So now, this whiskey is too cheap for you to even consider drinking it. And given your legendarily low standards, that's really saying something. So we can't even do nothing with this right now.
Yep.
Well, the fungicide is used in combat to kill a goblin. And looky what we got in front of us.
Looks like a goblin.
Alright, here's what combat looks like. Now if you look up here, here's that nerd mode on this top bar of text.
Alright.
So, on principle, you got choices. Melee attack, pistol attack, and here's our special moves. Here's our beef up, our first aid, and our surrender, which we ain't doing.
Hell no.
So, some AP actions use up our turn, others do not. The two we have here do not do that. So at this stage of the game, we have a single action point. There's absolutely no reason in the world not to use it for something. So, I'm going to use it to beef muscle. Good. Now we can also use items, most of which also will not end our turn. So, we got us a goblin, and we didn't even need to beef up because look at the damage it'll deal.
Oh, look.
Dead. And with that, we've skilled up. So now our grit has come up. Now later in the game, we're going to start getting the choice of what we use our XP for. But for right now, take what we can get. The goblin is down. And look, the woman wants to talk now.
You can sense that reek of goblin slaying on you.
Howdy, Susie.
Howdy, cowboy's gonna be searching for the spittoon with his teeth. You don't leave me in peace. I like her already.
Okay, bye-bye then.
Later.
And I took care of that goblin.
Thank you kindly, Festus. I knew you were a stand-up fellow the moment you walked in here.
Alright. So we got us 200 meat.
Nice.
Alright. Nothing else here for us? Nothing new there. Oh, here you go. How you like that? Or that?
This is just amazing.
Alright. We killed off enough time for the moment. Here is the experience that is the spittoon. It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know without even looking at it that it's absolutely disgusting. Now, here's the dynamic that Kuro and I have with this. As she's the one playing the game on our run, she's reading the narrator's part. I have taken the approach of getting progressively more and more and more pissed with the narrator every time the narrator tries to ward me off from reaching into the spittoon.
I mean,
But
that's valid.
But that's just my approach, personally. So here's where you really get to have a little fun with this. What do?
We're looking in.
Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and it looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting. And the smell, even from a distance, it smells horrible.
I have dealt with worse at my job. Look closely.
You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom?
Damn right there is. Let's get it.
You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate.
Screw you, I'm grabbing. I've come this far.
So what do we say?
Never give up, never surrender.
That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you very much. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water.
Just building up my toughness. We're searching.
Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations.
Hooray?
So, if you persist enough, you'll get something of use out of the spittoon. But you can see how I felt the anger approach was more fun to do with something like that.
Oh yeah. You ain't the boss of me.
Precisely. So now we have a ring. Though getting it was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. So now... Yep, so now we have another 3M boost. And that... You've already plumbed the depths of this spittoon and your own depravity. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I apologize for nothing.
Alright, so it would appear as though we've done all we can here for now. I don't see no mugs. Make sure I don't see no mugs out the side either.
Oh, now there's sand in places there shouldn't be sand.
Aw. Well, now that we got that newspaper.
You bring me something to read? Much obliged, partner. Now let's see. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know my shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
Well, out behind the outhouse at Orhole Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill.
Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kinda stick that newspaper to my face before you leave.
I'm just glad he didn't ask me to sit on his face.
It's a whole different game. That's the DLC.
So, make your own damn guide to Boring Springs and its environs.
Damn well shall.
Alright, so this is a scaled down version of the map that we'll have later in the game. Once we get to Dirtwater, the full map will be available for us to, well, map out. Let's make sure there's not no... Well, I don't have the shovel yet, but...
Oh, sand everywhere. Oh god, now there's crap there. Literally. Oh.
Now I'm curious, can we go a place without a horse? Looks like we can, at least here. Alright. Let's go back to Boring Springs and check out the horsery. Horses, 1,000. Oh boy. Well, here's the good news. Neato! Neato!
And we can get more dynamite.
This is the most typical horse you ever done seen.
It's a horse. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you?
How's business?
Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. It's pretty terrible. All my horses keep running away. Except this completely ordinary one.
That's rough, partner. Maybe I can help?
Oh God, yes, thank you, please. I'd go fetch them myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them.
How many are there?
3. Here, let me see your map. They pretty much always run away to the same places. That's unpredictable like that.
So that's 300 meat times 3 horses. So that brings the price of a horse out of our pocket down to 100, which we would be able to afford.
Easily.
Borehole Mine, Boring Springs Boneyard, and Thousand Snakes Gulch. And remember, it's also been mentioned that there is a shovel for us to find in Orehole Mine.
Might as well.
So why these places?
I think we like the environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, shoot at some of these others. I can send it back here.
How the hell does that work?
Not a special pigeon-infused oats.
Huh. Well, will do. See you later. Alright, so can you sell me a horse?
Sure thing. I should warn you though, horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Right now, I only have the one horse available.
That sounds fine to me.
I'm certainly willing to sell you my least interesting horse. He costs 1,000.
Shit, I ain't got that much meat. I'll come back when I get some dough.
We want to get meat, not dough.
You said something earlier about an injury?
Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring.
Why'd you do that?
Nobody knows, she just shut herself up in her office. Said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey.
Is that an actual nurse, or...
Pretty sure she was just being sarcastic.
I see.
Town of Boring Springs.
Well, we got the whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc.
What brand?
Nurse whiskey. Your favorite, I'm led to believe?
Didn't know to make house calls. Alright, hold on.
Well, in we go. Whoa, jeez.
Jesus Christ. Maybe you want to move that away from the fire, Doc?
Wow. Shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace?
Go against everything I've been training for.
Stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning or she never cooks.
I'm going with option B based on her TNT storage.
Hey Doc, can I have a look at your books? Ah, fine. This vanity don't look like it sees much use. Well, alright then.
The unibrow is gone.
Base muscle up. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. What do we do?
Guess we're giving it to her.
She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she put the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy.
The doctor here, me or you?
Okay, point taken. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything all right?
No, I saw into the future and I've seen what 2020 looks like. I'm wiping out my bloodline now. That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so...
So what's the matter, Doc?
What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask what's the matter? And it's powder and dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one and I'll drink to that?
Yeah, so you remember I said the damned cows were actually important?
Yeah, something playing Diablo.
Yep. Dead man walking?
Haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living.
Nope.
Oh, just count your lucky stars and stay out of the town cemetery then.
Alright. Hey, can I look at your books now, Doc?
Sure, if you want to. Not they're gonna do you much good in this doomed, forsaken hellhole.
You should try being less cheerful, Doc.
Sorry, listen to Curly's meat. Just.
Well, I'm guessing that's your choice. You like the legend of Curly's meat?
Yeah. Yeah.
This book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. So this book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. At least there's some useful appendices in the back, and some diagrams of appendices. Good for 3 XP, too. Here's an important one. You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that blurf is the Goblin word for hour. So you've learned to speak Goblin. Sort of. Yep, so that's another important perk. That'll give us another option to deal with goblins. And we've already perused them all, so we're done there. Nothing new there. Cool.
We still can't go back to Topeka.
Nope. Anything new at the post? We now have 3 needles. And
yeah, I think we can get one more needle for some dynamite.
Alright. Braid, which is so not a name, takes your needle and hands you a stick of dynamite. And nothing more to be done unless we get our hands on soap. We gotta steal the soap.
Don't drop it.
Alright.
That sound came at the perfect moment.
Timing is everything. So, we got some places to go. Now, we didn't actually do anything with the Fricker Gang's hideouts, so that's technically still a place. Where would you like to begin?
Let's go address that gang.
Alright. Here we are.
As we stealth roll through.
Well, we got past him alright. At least for a moment. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. What's our course of action?
Oh, just shooting sounds like a good idea. I could have left the entire gang, ignoring him instead of spurring without getting caught.
So what do?
I don't know if the idea of a guy at my back who can come at us. Shoot him.
Do you say shoot him?
Shoot him up.
That don't seem very sportsmanlike. You sure you want to do that?
I never said I was a hero.
Well, alright then. Really? You're just gonna gun down a hapless, sleeping man in cold blood?
Did I stutter?
He's just a kid.
Oh. This really doesn't want us to kill him, does it?
It seems not, but the choice is ours. We doing this?
Fire.
Damn, partner. So, what is that ruthless perk? You are a cold-blooded killer, and people can see it in your eyes. It's often the last thing they see, in fact. I will say Kuro and I have had an awful lot of fun with these options, too.
For anything other than murder the guy.
Alright, so we need the foraging skill in order to do something with this. So that is worth writing down. Fricker hideout. Foraging skill. And I got the Cactus's newspaper, so that's no longer a thing. Okay. It's a pile of random stuff the Fricker gang stole.
Yoink.
Yoink. We got a mug, some meat, and a pair of silver cufflinks.
Fancy.
Might have some use for these if we wore fancier shirts. Can you do some research on them silver cufflinks?
Silver cufflinks coming up.
Thank you.
All you do is sell
What was that?
get sold for me.
They get sold, alright. Well, we got nowhere to sell yet. Look at this shit right here. Well, we have choices here. What do we do?
I don't know. Oh,
You turn everything off?
Yep. Except my laptop.
Oh, so your laptop's not off. Did you disconnect?
No.
Is that down?
Yeah.
Are you out of the stream?
Not according to the stream. Auto muted, that's why. I think we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally turned off the power bar, the power strip that things were connected to, and it muted me by accident. We're good.
Excellent. So, you can see the choices laid out in front of us. We can go through, or we can retreat here and now. We can address the guy in the tub. We can advance past him. What do we do?
There is a spooky secret tunnel looking thing.
That's the way back out, though.
Alright. Yeah, true. Sorry. Let's get rid of this guy in the bathtub, I guess.
One of the fucker boys is dozing in a bathtub.
Well, can you pass me that soap?
You want the soap?
Well, we're gonna need it at some point.
Psst.
We probably drown him, too.
Can you pass the soap? Well, that was easy enough.
Great.
And we still have a chance to do something ruthless.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think this option would have come up without the perk. So are we
Probably
doing...
not. Drown him.
You push his head under the water and hold him there till he stops struggling. You want this line?
He went. At least he died once.
You cautiously approach the fucker gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and that the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here?
Shoot him in the back.
You draw your pistol and execute the one with the eye patch. His brother screams, jumps behind a barrel, and starts firing at you wildly. Here we go. Alright, so the items that we can use in combat will show up down here. We have a few choices. We can sacrifice one of our sticks of dynamite to take him out right now, or we can actually make this a battle. What would you like to do? What do you want to see happen?
Seems like needles won't be too terribly difficult to find. Oh, well.
So you think just fight him?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's take all the chance out of it and utilize our beef up. So now our attack range goes higher, and looking over at his HP, now we are guaranteed to get him in 2 hits, where we needed 2 optimal rolls to do that before. So, here we go. He's an idiot, by the way.
I've gathered. He got stupid walking, he got stupid living.
The leaders of the fucker gang are dead by your hand. The sheriff will be proud of you, although you're not sure how your mother would feel.
He ain't here to judge me.
So our grit has increased.
I would hope so. We just murdered like 4 guys.
Where this comes from, they call it soap. So that'll be another 25 meat at their mug. Oh, and
50.
there's another mug. All right, Blink.
Yeah.
Money. The door.
Well, you won't need it again for a while anyway.
Or, yep. Rub-a-dub-dub.
Not in there. Oh, corpse.
So hopefully we'll get a chance to come back with the foraging skill. In the meantime, back to the town.
Hey, sure. Took care of your problem. You might not need the door anymore, though. See, the fricker gang had to put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue myself, brother?
Sure did, Sheriff.
I swear, stranger, this here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any fricker boys left for me to round up?
Nope. They won't be bothering this town anymore.
Well now, got the right load off my mind. Looks like I owe you a reward.
Thank you.
Got another path for you if you got the time. Could be a lot simpler than the last one.
Alright, what you need?
Well, the frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock.
I'll keep an eye out. We have access to a lock. Do you remember where?
No, I don't.
The trading post. The last available option, that soap we took.
Here you go. It doesn't smell like dead man.
So apparently he'll still trade soap for locks. But first things first, let's get that lock to the sheriff.
All we have to do is keep killing guys in bathtubs and we're good.
Absolutely.
Howdy, you managed to scare up a lock for myself?
Yep, got one right here.
That'll do nicely. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger. You got a needle handy?
I'll see what I can do. Well, looks like we can do something. It'll cost us a needle, but let's do it. Yeah, I guess we don't need skills to do the most basic. Unlocked yourself for you.
Thank you kindly, stranger. If Orange Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. That's a good job you're doing.
But don't mention it.
Here, have this as a souvenir from your time in Boring Springs.
Well, thanks, Sheriff.
And all the people you murdered.
How's it going?
Bring them rightly.
Later, Sheriff.
Well, they know before. Ow.
So that Sheriff badge is a lapel item. Usually gives it to children who tore the jail, but guess what? That gives us some defense.
And defense is good.
Yep. So that'll be good against our melee attacks. So as our melee attack gets stronger, our melee defense does too. Pretty good. I would really like to get that because I took out all the frickers.
Alright.
Didn't even bother to take down the poster.
Well, did we kill Billy?
Well, I mean, we took them all out as far as I know, but...
wonder if that's a wanted alive.
In
which case... Oops.
Well, the cell is now usable, at least until the sheriff manages to fuck it up again. You give it about a week.
I'll give it 2, just because we killed all the other criminals.
Alright, so we did good there. We get anything else out of... Alright, so 2 mugs put away. 50 more meat. Unfortunately, the mugs that are already here do not count. Kind of unfortunate. That would have been one hell of a scam.
Right? Hey, someone stole all the mugs. Well, what a coinky-dink. I just happen to have a bunch. Hey, what's over there?
Alright. So now that we've resolved all of that, let's head to another place.
Sounds good.
Where to next?
Let's go to the mine.
There's a horse in one of each of these 3 places. Let's see what we can do.
Apparently we can take a piss if we need to.
Yep. Here's another important item. The meat ore in the cart. So now we have enough to buy the horse that's already at the stable, but why would we do that with the promise of a big 90% rebate on any horse?
Hell yeah.
Here's where Bill said to look and get us that shovel. I like having tools around for just this very thing. So I'll demonstrate that back in Boring Springs, because there is a place for which we can use it.
Beautiful.
This definitely does not bear closer scrutiny.
Things have been done in there you do not wish to know.
Indeed. Hey,
Plug.
very good.
Here, horsey, horsey.
Cargo elevator control. We'll check that out in just a moment. Let's check the controls. Okay, same thing. An unrefined meat nugget. Can you do some research? Unrefined meat nugget.
Just sell it.
Good.
Very,
Very good. No plunger hooked up to it. I suspect we're going to be able to change that real soon. Alright. Shall we just go down the line, or do you have a particular place you want to do a thing?
I'll go down the line.
Alright. Level 1. The period is part of the label. That's probably why it's inside the quotes like that. Aw, damn. We're gonna need a crowbar to pry one of them open. I suggest we get us some tools.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, the bad news is that was our last needle for the time being.
A crowbar.
Yep. So now we can go back to level 1. And pop us up that box. A blasting cap.
Ah,
Alright. Whoa. How about that? Ride 'em, cowboy.
Gangnam Style?
Plunger time. Alright. So
Yeah,
now
that.
so now that we got us a blasting cap and a plunger,
Says lower foot DMP.
so we could also use the crowbar as a weapon if we so wanted.
Okay. Use the weapon too.
Yep. Alright. It's good as a double use for now, and we'll sell off the brass knucks. Now, let's hook it up. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you've hooked up a plunger and strung it a fair distance away. This makes you nervous, but it ain't gonna stop us, is it?
Oh no.
Pump it. Shit. You've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger.
Our middle name.
Ready for this? Let's
Yeah.
punch it. Fantastic. Got some meat. Ah, look at that. So here's the kind of spot we want to look for with that shovel.
Ooh.
Research silver nugget.
Go for 35 feet.
All right. A dark horse. Hey there, girl. It's okay, I'm a friend. Oh, that's a real thing. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverted away from you.
Sounds right.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. What do we do?
I guess here's the oats.
Here you go. Yum yum. Oh, come on, please.
Oh, maybe we'll be like that.
Oh, come on.
I guess we need them ourselves.
Alright, horsey, I'll prove it to you. Look, they're fine, see? See? Perfectly fine. You take a handful from the bag and toss some in your mouth. Ugh. It's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food. Don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. She's even powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. There's a good girl. Alright. We've saved one horse. Alright, let's check the gang's hideout again for any digger spots. We still cannot forge. No.
How appropriate for a search. Alright, back to town it is.
Yep. See, I like to do things neat and tidy. Make resolution before we make bigger messes. It does not go nearly this way back on the Curl run. A mug.
Perfect. Let's get some more meat.
Any more trades available? No. Good, more meat. All right.
Think on it.
Yeah, we're not going to buy anything yet.
I'd like to know my options.
Indeed. Not to mention, there's still tons of money available.
Exactly. Hey.
Alright, so a very big chunk of our inventory is sell stuff. I like that.
Always good.
Alright, 2 locations left.
Go to the cemetery.
The Boring Springs Boneyard.
Sounds good to me.
Here we go. Zephaniah Boring. Yeah, he was actually a really interesting guy. Bug. He showed up way too early.
Like Davey.
Oh my lord.
I'll do it.
Let's do it. Battle time. Alright. Our stats are stronger than his. KO Ken! Alright, and we're guaranteed to get him in 2, so let's see what he's capable of.
Whack him. Not much.
That's it. Sucks to be you, Boney. Muscle increase. An old cavalry saber and a gold tooth. Research the gold tooth.
Already on it. Sells for meat.
Okay. Now,
Apparently you can get it from all kinds of skeletons and looting graves.
fantastic. Now, I didn't do this kind of research on Kuro's run, just because I wanted to see it for my own eyes first. But when I'm running it, I prefer to know my stuff. Like a Starfleet
Oh, you need both.
Equal. So we're going to make the switch. That way the crowbar now has its own use again.
For that.
And, I mean, we were going to have to switch and keep the crowbar anyway, so get that step out of the way and give us a cooler looking thing.
For me.
It's saving automatic, I believe it is. Alright, so here we go.
Bone Daddy.
Scuffle it is.
I challenge you to fisticuffs.
So, how do you expect this to go?
Painfully for him.
Yeah. Not gonna take much either.
The one-hit KO.
Home run. Didn't get us nearly as much power, but oh well.
Ah, perfect.
That guy just wouldn't stay put.
Yeah, we can tell.
Devoted husband, beloved daughter, a baby.
Ooh.
Kuro's signature line, a baby.
This is very true. I do love when he does that.
Me too. A spooky translucent horse. A little strange how you did that without opening your mouth.
I like it already.
What do you think we should do with this one?
I guess pat it on the nose? Something tells me we're gonna go right through it. Oh wow.
Ah,
I guess. You're in the oak?
feed. Nope.
Pat on the nose again. I try the oak. Alright, here you go.
Huh.
Right? Some seasoning.
Add some grave dirt. Fascinating. Alright then, we've saved 2 horses. Let's get us one last check. Make sure we didn't miss any digging spots. We have not.
Nope.
Alright, back to town.
Give me your meat.
So, that'll get us horse reward. Mug bounty.
Really racking up some meat here.
Yeah, we are. Nothing new for the sheriff. I don't expect there will be at this point. There's not going to be anything new for the trade. I don't think Alice is going to have anything. Alright, so now the dialogue changes a teeny bit since we've been to the cemetery. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery.
Nice to get some outside confirmation. I'm not losing my damn mind.
But how is that even possible?
It isn't. Possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up.
Patience? Oh. Ouch.
Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterward and looking for revenge.
Must be pretty rough.
I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands.
Oh.
Indeed. What now?
Do you have any idea what's causing the, resurrections?
Well, I heard a rumor.
A rumor? What is it?
You get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he's sending magic action to the world somehow.
You mean magic like the bean slingers use?
I never heard of any bean slingers raising the dead, have you?
Well...
That'd be one hell of a can of beans.
What's the deal with all that TNT?
It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small and hoping nothing left to come back.
That seems drastic.
Drastic hell. No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things.
Yeah, fair enough, I suppose. About that necromancer.
Assuming he exists, what about him?
Well, I mean, maybe someone ought to try and stop him.
You? Because I know you ain't talking about me.
Why not you?
A gray old-haired woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery? Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid?
You ain't that old. And if I were gonna pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, am I right? And it sounds to me like you got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends and everyone. Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. So what the hell's your life coming to anyway?
You seriously expect me to ride out with myself chasing a rumor?
It ain't gotta be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me, and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him.
It's crazy. Impossible.
Impossible like raising the dead is impossible?
Alright, kid. What the hell? Give it a shot.
Cool.
You when you're ready to leave? I'll wait here.
Alright. Now I think we might have been able to choose our partners if I had been a little bit smarter about what I just did. I'm thinking Susie might have been a viable partner.
That might be.
Let's find out.
You Susie Cochran?
Are you Susie Cochran?
How did you know my last name?
I saw the graves in the cemetery. Sorry for your loss.
I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing and couldn't do nothing about it.
The bartender tells me it was cows.
Cows. Right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore.
What happened?
It was a raid. See, Mom and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranch pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed.
Go on.
Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed us out that it used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple days ago. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes, just like that.
What'd you do?
There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. I didn't want to talk about it anymore.
Sorry. So, what will you do now?
Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though.
Why's that?
It was my rifle. All I got left of anybody.
Where is it?
Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me.
What's our choice? One or two?
2?
Why don't you go get it yourself?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah. And we have another ranch.
No, but I found my gun. Shit, that's a good deal.
I'll take it. All right. The 40th level?
Okay.
Hmm.
A Pete shoveling shit just took on a whole new meaning.
Hmm. All right. Let's resolve what we had first. So we're going to take it to the gulch, get that last horse, then we'll go to the Cochrane Ranch.
Oh shit, a rouse thing.
A shiny rock. Research shiny rock.
Something you sell.
Okay.
Second you picked it up, I was already on it.
Yep. Yeah, you realize by now exactly what's going to be researched and what's not, I think.
I got an idea.
All right, we ready? See what these snakes have got. Pretty much fucking nothing.
Alright. No, sorry, rattlesnake is actually pretty decent.
Glamour up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold your applause. That's not called one snake gulch. Oh, he's got some speed on him and we're poisoned.
Oh shit.
Alright, powering up is not going to help much. But by the way, our HP goes back up to max if we win a fight, so we don't have to ever worry about healing outside.
That's useful.
Alright. I don't believe there is any way... Yeah, there's no way to get him in one attack. So we're just gonna have to... deal here. Ah well, let's finish it.
Oh look, dinner.
Excellent. Is that so? Let's do it.
We're still not gonna one-shot him, I think.
Yeah, but we are still gonna two-shot him. So we may as well just let him do what he's gonna do. Moxie up.
Oh.
Hey look, it's Crazy Horse. Oh, I forgot there was a perk there. Hit enough of them cactus.
And you get a perk.
Nice. Max HP up.
Always good. Good luck looking him in the eyes. Try it anyway, I guess.
Well, let's try it, right? We're gonna try and give him the gaze.
Do it. Yeah.
All right. Good boy. Oh, nyargle.
Oh, I mean, they're going home or to the 12th dimension, so. But. Probably.
Oh, cool. That essentially boils down to a free horse.
Essentially. I'm torn.
Yeah, me too. But we got time.
Fun, but I do like being the rider on a pale horse.
We got time to think, though. We still got some work to do here. I believe we got another mug. No, we didn't. Okay.
Nope, but we do have a ranch.
Yes, we do. Established 1891. All the water in this trough is boiled away, and Susie's ranch house has been burned to the ground. Did you hear that? That. Did you catch it? There are cows back there. Uh-oh. Minor technical difficulty, gang. Hang tight. I absolutely love this game. And as much as it hurts my head to do any kind of management outside of my job, I really love the tongue-in-cheek to counter the stuff that goes on here. Oh, myself a quick little snack before, or while Set's having trouble. Might take this opportunity real quick to check my mix. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. Alright. Alright.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Can you hear me now? Looks like the router plug was a little loose. Looks like the router plug was a little loose.
Yeah, I took the opportunity to make sure my Twitch mix was good. So with that, let's roll on here. I don't need any of that at this point. Okay, cool. So I don't know how much of that you missed, but not
probably everything. The last thing I saw, we were still in town.
Okay, so the ranch doesn't have much interesting about it up to this point. Now take a listen to this.
Oh.
You hear it?
Tasty beef.
There are hell cows back there. Now what do we do? Go through the door or take a shit first?
Shit, I'm wearing brown pants today.
We can't shit. The outhouse is the only thing still standing.
Alright, I guess we're fighting some human cows.
Well, let's see what we can do here. A varmint skin and knife. Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Well, it's kind of unfortunate that we didn't have,
This first.
Yeah, because we could have gotten that pocket watch if we had done things in a different order. But that's okay, there was no good way of knowing that.
Nope.
Anyway, we'll be able to deal with that later. Maybe we'll get another chance. It's not as strong as the cavalry saber, so we are going to maintain our status quo of equipment.
Really?
Those pies were not safe, and what the hell?
And the original Chicago Bulls mascot was a little weird.
Alright, let's get it. A pyrobove.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Its stats are insignificant. Oh. Not bad. Not bad at all. But also not good enough. Now the burn intensifies as the fight goes on.
I would assume.
Yeah, so once you get burned, you don't want to carry that out too long. We got Susie's rifle. Alright. We got us what we came for.
We did.
Can you research a map for Boring Springs just to make sure these are all the locations? There's 6 locations here.
Well, from the looks of it, I think we're good.
Okay. Back to town.
Yep.
Give Susie her rifle.
Apparently, if we had gotten Goblin speak first, we could have gotten Gary the Goblin to be our partner.
Oh well, I guess we screwed things up pretty nicely already, huh?
That's fine, we like Susie anyway.
Hmm. So we got two choices then, since we killed one of them. Susie or Alice? Who do we like?
I like the lady with a rifle, personally.
Alright. Well, order of business before that, we need us a horse. The time to decide has come.
Kind of like a spooky panel one.
Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There is one other thing. Level 40 of Orhole.
That is true. Alright.
Okay. This is the hard hat. Kuro and I did this, and supposedly it makes the game harder irreversibly. We are not going to do it because I want to see, well, among other reasons, I want to see what a normal difficulty game looks like compared to what I'm experiencing with Kuro. We are not going to put it on. We are not going to take it.
We're going to do a handstand, flash at our jump, and walk away.
Yep. Matter of fact, research the hard hat and
Already on it.
yeah.
All it says it makes the game harder and can never be removed.
Yep. And unfortunately, we can't carry it to sell it without putting it on. Alright. So, you have a choice. You can research the horses, or we can just pick one. I hear the keyboard clacking. That can only go with research.
Alright, so the normal horse, nothing happens.
Okay.
That horse gives us additional random undead and next book encounters. Dark horse, option to run from most random encounters. And the crazy horse is more likely to trigger random events and locate locations faster.
What sounds good to you?
Now, as much as the pale horse could be fun, locating locations faster seems like a useful thing.
And that was the crazy eyes, correct?
That's crazy eyes.
Okay. So here's the thing. We originally went with the dark one, but the dark horse and the hard hat do not go together because it spooks the dark horse. They do not. Right. We chose the spooky pale one. So, I have no experience with this, so I'll be able to give you the basis of how much faster we find locations than we found them with the spooky pale one.
Works for me.
Let's have some dialogue.
I'm gotta warn you, this horse has seen some stuff. Some for 1,000 meat.
Is something wrong with him?
Oh, not as such. He's perfectly functional.
But
Oh, he's always sneaking off 1,000 snake skulls on the local internet road there.
And that makes him see crazy things?
I think it's more like he doesn't forget about the crazy things that he's all the time anyway.
Alright. So before we do much else, let's have some more fun with dialogue.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see what you say. I'll take that basic model.
I'm certainly willing to tell you my least interesting horse. It costs 1,000 meat.
What can you tell me about him?
He's a horse with 4 legs, and each leg has a weird horse knee that is double hinged like a book cover.
What else?
He has all his own teeth and both original eyeballs. He comes with hooves and a tail for no extra charge.
Okay. Anything else?
No, this horse is utterly ordinary in every respect.
I'll take the shifty-looking dark one.
Sure, she's a sneaky one. I'll sell it to you for 1,000 meat.
When you say sneaky...
Oh, she's real quiet. She likes dark places. Exactly a cat.
Yeah, I remember.
Just look how she's trying to hide behind the other horse there.
I'll go with the spooky pale one.
Good choice. That's a good horse, if you like that sort of thing. I'll sell her for 1,000 meat.
What sort of thing?
No. Stuff.
Spooky stuff?
I don't want to get into particulars. Let's just say she sets a certain tone.
Alright, so now we'll go with the crazy eyes. And we'll take them for real.
Yeah.
Horse... Hey, achievement. Horse senseless. Alright, so we paid the 1,000 meat. So get this. We named... we named the dark horse Mr. Bastard. When we were forced to trade him in because of our choice of headwear, we took the pale horse and named her Miss Bitch.
That's a theme.
Yes. So you can let that dictate what you do or not, but what name would you like to assign our horse?
I mean, he's got a crazy eyes. I would think of naming him Steve for Steve Buscemi.
Make the name what?
Steve, as in Steve Buscemi.
Steve?
Yeah. Never seen the actor?
No. But Steve is funny to me for reasons of Borderlands as well, so... Now, cue the Heyo jokes for the rest of the series. Yep, we're sure, right?
Yeah, we're sure.
Here we go. Steve the horse. It's got a nice ring to it.
Steve Buscemi can kind of get one of his eyes to move all sideways like he's crazy.
Hmm.
So...
A complimentary map. That map will come to use very soon. Alright. So we could go without a partner, or we can go with.
That's how we grab Rifle Lady.
You've chosen Susie?
Chosen Susie. And yes, I am aware of the Steve in Borderlands.
Alright. I'm going to assume that setting off this map prompts us to a partner. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to forage that big cactus mug, but there's nothing we could have done about that.
Nope.
Oh, so we could take Pete. Alright. The choice is Susie Cochran. And here we go. You know what my choice is here.
Of course.
Yeah. I decide how I live my life and how I enrich my life.
Oh, piss off, buddy.
So, the basic locations we are given here. The town of Dirtwater, which is our home base for the rest of the game, and the Manifest Destiny Road Camp, how we expand to the west. First day of the rest of your life. So, There's stuff going on. Aw, here, boy. Yep.
Also, plenty of exploring to do.
So this is what the main map looks like. And we're looking to get to the west coast, so we're going to have to cross a mountain range and a river with this railroad to get there. And this is the map that I have on my computer.
Right?
Yep, and this is the map I have on my computer that shows all these locations. So let's take care of the preliminary business in Dirtwater, and we'll call it a day then.
Works for me.
Alright, so before the end of this, we're going to inquire about a room here. Now, if you notice your partner with these exclamation points and making a heavy waving motion, she's got something to say.
Yeah. I wasn't sure she was just doing Trisha Hedges.
Hey there, Susie.
Check on some of the ranches in these parts. See how bad the cows attack we're getting.
Alright. Do you know some?
Not in great detail, but I know roughly where a few are, at least where... Guess we'll have to see. There's one not far from here.
So that gives us the Stearns Ranch, somewhere on the map. Alright, so now we can get help on either the main quest or a side quest using our partner, whether or not she's got something important to say. So if we say, am I forgetting about anything? And you can keep asking for suggestions about that until she runs out.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty quick.
Yep, it's usually some short conversations if she's not alerting you. And yeah, that's how she works in that regard.
Alright.
Maybe I should fake my death and start a new life. Horse water. Alright, so here's the side quest, the Gunmanor DLC. If you've bought it, this will show up, which I have, so I don't want to do that. I want to do the main quest. So let's take a look. We got the Jules Saloon, which will be our base of operations. The Dirtwater Mercantile, which...
Explanatory.
Yep. The Dirt Aider Post of Ice, sponsored by LT&T.
Girl selling flowers.
Aw. Alright. I'm feeling charitable. And there's a jail.
In the jail, hopefully with the door still intact.
And there's lots of And there's lots available. So throughout the game, we're going to find people that could use bases of operations themselves. This is where they'll go. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lots available.
Not bad.
So let's start at the jail. Howdy. You the sheriff here?
No, we don't have currently have a sheriff.
I could be the sheriff, maybe.
Do you have any law enforcement experience?
Not really.
Just shot like 4 bandits.
Yeah.
Have you been to the sheriff's school?
Nah.
You have an existing relationship with Dirtwater's local government. Are you familiar with all the local ordinances? Do you even live here?
No.
And what, may I ask, in tarnation makes you think you'd be qualified to be the sheriff? I shot 4 bandits.
Well, I just assumed...
You just assumed that you could mosey into town and become sheriff on your birthday?
Well, when you put it that way.
I had 5 meat for every wide-eyed protagonist-looking kid who wanders in here thinking they're the most important tenderfoot to ever strap on iron. I wouldn't leave this dead-end clerking job.
I'm sorry.
But, like I said, happens all the time.
Well, until you find a new sheriff, you need any help?
Sure, if you're any good with a gun, there's always someone in need of some justice. One pushes back there, cells over yonder.
All right.
It's off.
I detect a minor theme here.
That cells need filling.
So let's check out these wanted posters. Mortgage non-payment, squatting and general public nuisance, murdering 2 collection agents. Cool.
I mean, you can decide to take them on.
Alright, so the house in the desert is somewhere we're gonna go to kill us some more bandits. But not tonight.
Correct.
A wasted poster? Grand theft paint and tasteless hat vandalism.
Of course.
Sure,
That was
nothing,
neat.
sure, nothing wrong with finding more locations either.
Nope. A full map is a good map.
Absolutely.
That took me like 2 months to actually advance my quests in Skyrim.
Yep. So here's how it's shaping up. We're spotting all our locations on the eastern area. That's all that's in the jail for the moment. Alright, so the flowers are an offhand item. So, stench is a special damage type, which being the caliber of gamer you are, you know what types have to do with anything.
Oh yeah.
So, 15% stench resistance, and this actually has some field importance too. If you find somewhere that really stinks, you won't be able to traverse without holding some stench item in your hand.
Yeah, that's only that's how real life works.
Yep. Alright, so there we are for that. Alright, let's check out the post device. Oh, a post office. Newfangled telegraph machine. P.O. boxes. Ah, I'm a Festus Walker. Any mail for me?
No.
Darn. Well, thanks anyway. So now, if we find blank postcards, we can send them back home to little brother Rufus. And every once in a while, he'll send you something new.
It's my newest puzzle. Nerd.
Yeah. Alright, so the mercantile. Yeah, we'll check that in just a minute. No, hey. Alright. So first, let's sell off the things that we are not using. We are currently... Actually, I better do this real quick. I'm going to take a quick little screenshot of my gear. And I'm gonna put it over here so I know precisely what I'm wearing. I don't sell nothing that I've currently got on me. Here we go. I like my alphabetical sort.
Always.
Alright, so our melee weapon is the old cavalry saber, so we no longer need these brass knucks. The broken board, even weaker than that. Now the crowbar
Granny.
has... Huh? What's that?
I said nothing.
Now the crowbar has its special use, so we're going to hang on to that. The deputy pistol is currently equipped. Oh, good. We have that thing to tell us. Dynamite we are never going to sell.
Oh no.
4-gallon hat is current. Gold tooth goes. Nasty ring is currently equipped. Cavalry saber. Cufflinks. That goes. We got that on. And because we have Dickerin, we're getting more money than we would have at base.
What a useful skill.
Yep. Shovel is useful item. Sweet smelling flowers we're going to hang on to until we get stronger stench resistance anyway. And the varmint skin and knife is also an important item. So, let's see what important stuff we've got here. Advanced cow punching. We could always use a new book.
We could.
If you can find a high vantage point, used to discover a new map location. Kuro recommended against this, probably because we were finding locations so quickly. And we have a horse that supposedly finds locations quickly.
Yeah,
But-
so I would say skip as well.
What's that?
I would agree to skip it as well.
Okay. Dynamite, always useful. Plum pudding. I believe the asterisk signifies that it is an infinite find.
Sure.
I don't mind having one of everything, just so we have options. So, plum pudding, soda crackers, tooth powder, which I think is usable via spleen,
That would make sense.
and Vienna blood sausages. These are powerful,
Yeah, wow.
especially considering the fact that we're a muscle head.
Yeah. Need that protein, bro.
Absolutely. Alright, so every once in a while we can check back here and see if we can figure, or see if we can get some fresh stuff. Alright, so what have we got? Oh yeah, so because we technically turned over a new day, stomach is empty. So here's what we got. Let's use the tooth powder. Yep, so that went against the spleen. Very clean teeth.
Oh, good.
Alright, so let's see. Yep, so that gave us a 1 boost on everything, which is where we were before.
Yep.
Now we have a choice. We've only got 2 stomach slots and we've got 3 food items. We can get another 3M boost, a decent muscle boost, and a little speed boost. What you think you want to do?
I'm going with the 3M boost.
3M boost?
Plum exuberant.
You eat the pudding even though you hadn't eaten your meat. Alright. And we have 1 more food that we can take.
I would say the speed, maybe. Save the strength from redoing my move.
Okay. So, speed boost on the soda crackers.
Yep.
And this book. Cow Punchin' Volume 192. So this is just the token class book. We have Snake Oiler magazine on the other run, so we got this here.
Alright then.
So here are your choices. There's a complex pronunciation guide written by a linguist who was raised by cows. This gives Menacing Moo, a skill that reduces the muscle of all of your opponents. There's a chapter about rubbing your skin with sandpaper in order to thicken it. That gives Thick Skin, which is a skill that increases your armor and protects you against melee attacks. And finally, there's a really interesting article about punching people so hard that they stop moving. That gives Haymaker, a combat skill that deals damage and briefly stuns an enemy. Now, as we go on, we'll have the choice to get these skills later on in the game as we find more books. So the big question here is, what's the immediate desire now? What do you think will give us the best help early?
Pull between Thick Skin and Haymaker, because Menacing Moo or Thick Skin will help you with not taking as much damage, but the Haymaker might end the fight faster. I feel like we're doing decent damage here. Let's go with Thick Skin.
Go with Thick Skin? You pull the conveniently included sheet of sandpaper out of the book and rub your skin with it until it's nice and thick. Then you try to put the sandpaper back in the book and end up ruining the whole thing.
Okay.
Alright, so you only have the ability to buy back your item at 9 times the price until you walk out and walk away from them.
Good to know.
Yep. Oh well. And finally, the saloon. Nothing there. Also, there are no more mugs to find.
Oh, what a shame.
Can't do that until we've rented a room. There's Susie. This is my rifle, this is my gun.
Yeah.
It's a different world here. Hello? Sure, why not? It's cheap.
For sure. I'll leave a reason for it.
So now here's what happens if we try to eat. There you go.
You can't.
Yeah, not until we've somehow slept off the day. But that does give us an HP boost when we invoke it.
Useful to have later.
Yep. What's in the kitchen? Atop this potbelly stove is a pot full of slop. A pot stove top slop pot.
Sure.
Slop helper. Although I don't know why they knock hamburger helper that way. It's actually not bad if you make it right.
Peter for cooking. Fort Cowardice sounds like a great place.
Indeed. Nothing there.
Needs more cowbell.
That's enough.
And welcome to the crowd.
Alright, so now it'll tell you how much XP you've got unspent, and the pluses will tell you where you can boost it. So at any given time, you can boost your main stats, you can boost your skills, you can boost your combat skills, Your perks are just there until you wind up sleeping.
Makes sense.
Actually, no, these stay forever. It's the items that don't. But anyway. Can you research cowbell?
Nothing to research.
Okay. So this guy just don't want to talk.
Nope.
Alright, let's check out the poker room. A player holding a pair of sixes of spades must immediately... What the fuck? Must immediately discard 2 tens.
They're making this up as they go.
A Royal Georgia beats a South Carolina flush. 3 aces of diamonds and 3 jacks of diamonds counts as a straight. 3 jacks and a pair of twos counts as a Utah flush. A player holding a 6 immediately loses the game. 5s are wild and kings of spades are double wild. 4 sixes of spades can't be in the same hand as 2 threes, but must be replaced with 3 queens of spades. What the f...
Oop. My brain hurts.
That's enough of that shit. Are you familiar with the actual game?
Decently.
Okay.
I don't remember all the hands off the top of my head, but like a straight, a flush, a royal flush, those I get.
Well, let's try this. A dealer emerges from nowhere. Winona on the right, Brad on the left. Let's play. So what do we got? 3 aces, a queen, and a 9 of spades. So we got 3 aces. Let's just play this straight, shall we?
Yeah.
I mean, 3 aces. Obviously, that's strong. I'd be inclined to check and bait them.
I would.
Glamorously strategize. I gotta know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Alright, time to play. Raise it.
Yep. I don't have a flush. You lose.
Yeah, that's enough of that. No more of that. Alright. Look what we have here.
Oh goody, a spittoon.
This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor. Because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already. Fucking sicko.
Fuck you, you judgmental bastard. Inspect it.
Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But look, man, the spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside ain't fancy rancid tobacco spit.
That's nice. Fuck off. I'm looking.
Here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert, and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates.
Excellent, let's go.
No, that's bad. Because it's only the water part of spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit. The toxins and filth that don't evaporate, several years worth. Distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People ain't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out.
I'm not a cigarette butt.
You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup. Except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth.
So consider my proctology course.
It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Except instead of tapioca, it's basically fucking poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving.
I have a spare.
Well, you found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom to your children. Assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them.
That item is an offhand item that gives you +3 melee attack damage and +3 spell damage.
Pretty powerful looking thing.
Yeah.
Now compared to our current offhand, which is only situationally useful. Switch. Then again, we're going to hang on to these until we get an item with stronger stench resistance than that. Locations are still shaping up good in the southeast. All that's left now is to talk to the barman.
Barkeep. Oh, nice.
Let's start by getting that bourbon.
Oh. That sounds so appealing.
HP boost. And we still have a liver spot open.
A glug.
Oh, Lord.
Well, it is called dirt water.
True. Alright. So now we're all full up on stomach, spleen, and liver. Who's that old man by the piano?
Oh, well, the Patrick fella he is. Wait, what?
He lost his mind in a mind. Too bad, fella. Well, shit. No darts today. Oh, nice. Gratis.
Then I'll take free.
Free room for circa 30 days. Awesome. Let's see if he needs any assist.
Shit.
Well, I'd have poked around in it myself, but I lost the key. Yeah, he seems to lose the key quite frequently as well. Well, the old man still won't talk. Ah, here's a note then. Jewel Saloon, needle for pianist. So let's see what we can find in the room. So now we can sleep if we so choose, but I have absolutely no reason to do that.
Indeed not.
Nope, the only time we're going to sleep is if we're forced to by getting our asses beat. There's that blank postcard. So this view is probably one of the uses for those binoculars if we were to get them. Insult yourself? A goblin-loving, good-for-nothing jerk. A lily-faced, blue-bellied jerk. Oh, shit, okay.
Oh, then we're done here, bye.
Yeah. But look at this boost.
Yeah, really. Hulk smash.
That is nice.
This is Susie. This is Susie's bed.
So we can write back home. Head to the post office. Get this going since this is fairly time intensive. A prepaid one, no meat cost. So we send that. And sometime later, maybe the next day, I'm not sure, we'll get a package from them with something in it.
I'll be mad for this.
Alright, so before we go for the night, let's take notes on the map. Alright, so the Stearns Ranch. Susie mentioned wanting to check out the cow situation. Desert House.
Bandits.
Bring down a gang of bandits. Cavern Canyon.
That's where the other bandits are, the art vandals, I think.
Alright, so Cavern Canyon is also bring down a gang of bandits. And Fort Cowardice.
That I don't remember.
Get gunpowder for Jewel Saloon
Ah, yes.
Chef. Alright. So let's get rid of this note because we can no longer go back to Boring Springs. And the other note beyond that is to get a needle for that pianist. Alright, so save that. Let me pull up my little map real quick. Alright, so going by numbers here, there are 11 locations in Region A, and we've got 5 of them unlocked. The railroad camp is up in Region B. So I'm going to get my little red marker out here and mark out yeah, you know what? Here's how I'll do it. I'm going to mark spares in Dirtwater, the Desert House, Stearns Ranch, Cavern Canyon, Fort Cowardice, and Old Railroad Camp. I will make the second slash to make them strikes when we clear each location entirely. So we'll save that as a JPEG this time. Good. So that is done. I no longer need this. Alright, so now, having experienced this, what do you think?
Combat would speed up in the future, but that's about it. I don't know how fast the horse is yet, so.
It's a wonderful game. And we're just getting to the real open part of it. So, let's take a look at my calendar here. I anticipate being here next week.
I don't anticipate any issue with that.
There we go.
So I can't guarantee anything very easily because it is the busy season for us now.
True. But yeah, like I said, just shoot me a message if you can't make it and I will find other arrangements for the evening.
On the upside, I have some other good news I'll tell you about after this.
Ah, yes. Alright, boys and girls, that has been the first session of Yeehaw, West of Loathing. And until next time, I'm Alpha.
I'm set.
And may all your lassos be true, tight, and sexy. Good night.
Later.